Hey, have you missed me? Maybe a little bit? I feel such a release of tension. I just had one of the all-time best sessions I've ever had with Adam, which is my massage therapist at Sphere. And that's my cue to plug you to call them to send gift cards so I can have more of these experiences. That phone number is 904-829-0590. And you can tell them it's for Trina. They know who I am. And sometimes I like to use gift cards there for crystals. For example, I just picked up this amazing new spirit quartz.
Turn right onto Anderson Street.
So that's really exciting for me. I'm also
In 800 feet,
working on
turn
other
right onto
things.
South Dixie Highway.
I just saw something kind of upsetting. People fighting. A couple, a man yelling at a woman, and the woman looked in complete distress. I have to admit I am so humbled and grateful that I'm no longer in any type of situations like that. And
Turn right onto South Dixie Highway. Then the destination is on your left.
right now I'm actually on a mission, manifesting something new for myself.
Arrived.
Oh, it's there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah. Alright. I'm actually here kind of early. Just about a few minutes. So I actually might have to move my car. I'd rather just go in there, and I guess I feel like I know I should move my car, though I don't feel like it's that big of a deal. Maybe it is. I'll ask them when I get in there. Now, I'd like to talk about this whole agent to my happiness thing, because I feel like with the kind of content I've been generating, in some aspects, I have become lost in the fantasy, and sometimes lost in dark fantasies, or even some fantasies that are just your own. Though there's something really powerful and really magical going on in what I'm doing in this practice, and I have to serve you the proper training, you could say. And I'm working on mustering the words to properly elaborate the type of dimensions I'm taking you with me unto. And some of you already know. As a matter of fact, yes, Aquadu to you, you have helped me excessively figure out what this is all about, and completely unintentionally, essentially, like helping me understand what's going on in the unseen worlds. Or see, perhaps that's something you could help me with as well. I mean, perhaps one of you watching right now as well, something that's very interestingly going on, and something that makes you happy in making me happy, and watching the growth and development of your investments. And one of the investments I made today, yes, this $30 piece that I am so happy to add to my collection, and I hold it very dear to my heart. And I'm also manifesting some other things, some things not so great, essentially things that I have focused on before that aren't serving me, and I'm doing my very best to grow through all these different dimensions. And there's a lot of other things we have to talk about, and frankly, I'm not in the correct headspace right now with all these other circumstances going on. So I can leave you with a little bit of information I've left you with before For example, my Amazon wish list, I only put things on there that I truly would like to manifest into my reality. So if you find yourself in a position where you would like to contribute and be an agent to my happiness, then that is one way. And the best way to know the best thing to get on there for me is what's at the top of the list. And I always sort it in a priority sequence. So yes, you will find at the top of the list is what I want, number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way down. And sometimes I'll even add little notes in there, and then that would kind of talk to you and let you know which thing you should purchase. And then Amazon gift cards are also appreciated because I save those up and I use those for multiple different things. And next, I'd like to discuss OnlyFans. I see that a lot of people are actually joining there right now, which I'm excessively grateful for, and I have some really awesome footage that I do plan on releasing through there very shortly, so please stay tuned. I appreciate your patience, and most of all, I am so proud to be developing all of you. Perhaps this is a time that is appropriate to mention what we're doing. We're building an army here is what it feels like. You are all my top secret agents of my happiness in some aspects, although it has to do with the overall, the greater good, and something much bigger than just you and me. And I know you can feel it, which is why you're so compelled to invest. And I know that I am meant to do healing work, and I wouldn't be able to be in this position if I didn't have people like you that were making that investment in me. And that doesn't always mean your money. A lot of times that can mean your energy, your words, your thoughts, your focus, your intentions. Some of you send me some really high vibrational energies that are actually really empowering. And then some of you are kind of in the lower vibrational field, which is what is essentially, to begin, what is alluring you to me. And then I am here to give you that transfer of energy to help rise you up. However, I cannot do so unless your permission, persistence. There's multiple P's in there that could contribute to where we're going with this. And I understand it's not necessarily always fun. However, we are to enjoy the process every single step of the way. And we have to make things pleasant. And sometimes that can be very difficult to do, especially with all the tribulations and the tests and things that we are put through on a daily basis. So this is my motivational speech, if you will, to remind you to stay strong, stay beautiful. That means inside. It doesn't matter about the outside, essentially. I mean, some aspects it does. I want you to take care of your health and to treat yourself with some respect. And I meant to teach you about your eating, especially. I know a lot of you do not realize it, but you are choosing your way of death through the way that you eat, some of you through the things that you inhale, and I could even say to some of the things that you put on your feet and your skin. There's so many things that you're just not consciously aware of because it's pushed upon us in our society that this is the right way and this is the marketing to us and stuff like that. And I understand cognitive dissonance and how it can be extremely uncomfortable to accept some of these things that are the absolute truth, which is what causes you to feel so much emotion, because if it wasn't true, it would roll off your back. And I could give a couple examples of what that is if you'd like. It would help if I knew some things that you knew completely weren't true. For example, some of you are very financially well off. So if I called you, you're a poor peasant, right? It would just roll off your back and you laugh about it. Or some of you are extremely attractive, and if I told you that you're ugly, you would just completely laugh and be like, ugh, baloney, right? And like there's other things like that too, but when you say something that's very true, it hurts, and it can be something that makes you very angry and confused. So you would want to progress and transform. And sometimes we get stuck in our comfort zones where we don't necessarily want to do those things. So there's a lot going on in that aspect. And you just gotta keep persistence. I want to say throw caution to the wind and stuff like that. Now please excuse me while I disconnect. I have a lot of things I need to do. I love you. Love yourselves like I love you. And Be good to one another. Pay it forward. Watch that movie.